everybody, it's Sarcasm the Sickness, and today I am doing a drawing for Varia, who follows my Twitter. And if you guys aren't following my Twitter, you totally should be, because sometimes I'll do little giveaways and things on there. Today I want to talk about why I hate the drive-thru. So, as a lot of you know, I work in fast food. And I work in a little place that only, well, not really a little place, it's a little chain that only exists in my area. Like, it's very exclusive to my county. And, well, I worked in McDonald's before that, and I never had to work the drive-thru at McDonald's, so, I mean, at least I was spared it there. But in this in this store that I'm working in now, or restaurant chain that I'm working in now, I have to do the drive-thru occasionally. And, I can't stand it. And the biggest reason is that at the drive-thru, it is so much easier for somebody to be rude to you because they're not looking at you face to face, they're looking at a speaker, or they're looking at the window and, you know, cursing you out through the window or cursing you out through the speaker. They don't have to actually see you get hurt and get upset with them and be like, you know, like they don't have to treat you as a human being because they don't see you as a human being, they see you as a speaker box. And particularly, I've had a few pretty bad experiences at the place I'm working at now. One of my most recent ones was there was a gentleman who was yelling at me because I didn't give him the right change. And I guess what had happened was I had said his total, and I guess he heard 13 cents instead of 18 cents, so he gave me 15 cents. And I was like, oh, I don't feel like making change for the, you know, like 97 cents in change here, so I just grabbed 3 pennies out of like the take a penny, leave a penny kind of thing, and, you know, and made it the full 18 cents that, you know, he should have given me, and gave him the change back, no pennies or anything. And he's like, you didn't give me enough change back. And I'm like, sir, actually I gave you more change than what you should have gotten. And he's like, what are you talking about? And started getting all upset with me and like giving me this weird look and like face palming because he thought I was like the stupidest person on the planet. And, like, mind you, I handed him his change and his receipt at the same time, so there was literally no point where he couldn't have just looked down at the receipt and looked and saw, oh, it was, you know, 6.18, not 6.13, so she actually did me a favor. No, this gentleman was not having that and was not looking at the bag, and of course, I didn't realize that he was upset because he heard the wrong change. And so this gentleman is just getting very flustered with me and probably thinks I'm a complete moron by this point. And so my manager had to go out and talk to him, and at this point I'm just like, whatever, I'm just gonna deal with the next customer. And he comes back in and he tells me, oh yeah, he said that you didn't give him enough change, or like enough, he said he was missing like 2 pennies or 3 pennies or something. And I was like, no he wasn't, because he gave me, you know, such and such amount, and you know, I actually gave him more change than he should have gotten. And I was like, and then it kind of dawned on me, like, oh, he thought I said this instead of that. So that was annoying. He was like freaking out for over 2 pennies. Like, whether I gave him the wrong change or not, he was freaking out over 2 pennies. And my favorite story right now, my favorite little drive-thru story. There was a woman who ordered a cheeseburger with mushrooms, which at our location, or at our chain of restaurants, we called a cheese love. I guess because the mushrooms used to be heart-shaped, so we called them love. Like love mushrooms, whatever. I don't know, it was silly. They're not heart-shaped anymore, now they're just stupid-looking mushrooms. She ordered like a cheese love, you know, cheeseburger with mushrooms, and like some other junk, maybe like a drink and like a fry or something. And, you know, she gets up to the counter, and now, we are a cash-only business because, like I said, we're very small. We only exist in this one county in my state, and, you know, like, the owner just doesn't feel that it's necessary to have credit card, you know, accessibility at his chains. I mean, it's his restaurant. He gets to choose what he wants to do, you know? And so she slaps her credit card on the little tray, and I'm like, I'm sorry, ma'am, we don't take credit cards. And she's like, you're kidding, right? And I'm like, no, ma'am, actually we are cash-only business, and it says so on our sign. Like, on the drive-thru sign, like, you know, like the menu board, it says cash only, you know? And it says it everywhere, just people refuse to read it. So, you know, she's looking at me like I've got 3 heads or something, and like I've got a 4th one growing out of my neck, and she's getting all like red in the face, like, you guys don't accept credit cards? Are you freaking kidding me? And I'm like, no, ma'am, we don't accept credit cards. We really don't. And and then she just looks at me and she goes, well, you can shove that cheese love up your butt, and drove away. And I'm gonna be honest, she did not say butt. She said, you know, the other word. And she was very upset with me. And I was very upset after that. I was like, are you serious? You're gonna curse me out because we don't accept credit cards and you're not carrying cash today? And I got I was having a bad day, so I was a little bummed out, and I just kind of like sat for a while and just like was thinking. And my manager gets a call, and whatever, he goes and takes it. I don't think much of it. But he comes back and he's got the biggest grin on his face, and he tells me that lady from the drive-thru called, and she says it's archaic that we do not accept credit cards, and that if we don't accept credit cards, she questions our other practices. Like, you hearing me right now? Like, she questions our other practices because we do not accept credit cards. Like, we don't accept credit cards, so we also sacrifice children to the moon. You know, like what practices could she possibly be questioning right now? Because because we choose not to accept credit cards. So I hate the drive-thru because people are rude, and you know, we're all fighting a battle, and there's really no reason to be angry at somebody because of silly stuff like 2 cents and not accepting credit cards. But here I am at the end of the video. I was playing a little bit different music underneath this one. This is by TeknoAxe, more free to use music because I'm broke. And it was really awesome. I really like dubstep and techno stuff. Yeah. If you haven't left a like, please do, I'd really appreciate it. And if you aren't subscribed and you kind of happen to wander over here, and you like my stuff, subscribe to me, because I talk real like this, and I, you know, draw stuff all the time. It's really awesome, it's fun. And in the description, as always, I have all my things you can follow, like Twitter and Tumblr and blah 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 blah. And today, in the comments section, tell me the worst experience you've had with customer service. Whether that be, you know, somebody serving you, like at a diner, like having a bad waitress, or, you know, if you work customer service, like somebody treating you kind of poorly, like I've been. Alright guys, have a great day. See ya!